Hi guys, welcome back. It's Tommy with another StarCraft 2 replay for you guys. Once again, we have a strong engagement in between the two pro players from the South Korean scene. And as you can see from the thumbnail, there's going to be a lot of action here. Terran versus Terran, as one of them even decides to go for battle cruisers. So a small spoiler for you in that thumbnail, as we have here spawning in the upper right, in the yellow, it is BYUN, and his opponent here in the lower left, in the purple, it is MARU. So two of the best Terran players currently in the world. Games have been played, I believe, in the Team League with Starleague. So very recent replays from September 2022, as they're spawning here on an ASL map called Data Sea. So like we've seen on the thumbnail, quite an interesting matchup here in between the two of the best Terrans. Let's just check their build orders really quick. MARU opening a pretty standard supply depot into barracks and gas. Same can be said here for BYUN as well, and as you can see from the timer, quite a long game. So let's just see what exactly is going to happen before those battle cruisers, before those Vikings, those tanks on the ground. What exactly the options are going to be. Of course, many Terrans really like to go into those medevac harassment with some infantry, but the question is, are we going to be seeing some infantry here for the two players, or are they going straight for that mech build? Very strong build indeed, especially in the late game. And yeah, we see the first scouting SCV move out here for MARU. No such thing yet for BYUN, as he's preparing here his first barracks with the Reaper. Let's check MARU really quick. Of course, in case I'm missing something, you can see the build order here in the upper left part. But right now, still the same build for both of them. So nothing out of the ordinary yet, as we see the factory being built here as well. And also the factory for MARU. So yeah, quite the same build order. And in the end, I believe, of course, the macro game and the micro is going to be deciding here who is going to be winning this great game from the two Terrans. Of course, if you're a Terran player facing another Terran, this would be, of course, a nice lesson into learning what exactly can be done to counter your opponents. So yeah, let's just see what is going to be continuing. I believe they will prepare, both of them will prepare, of course, their expansion set. No decision yet to harass the enemy, just staying very defensively here. Both of them just preparing the Reaper defensively, as BYUN is also placing here down his expansion. So let's check the main. Is there going to be a starport or no such thing yet for BYUN? Also interesting how they place their supply depots. Of course, to have vision in case some Reapers are coming here forward. Same can be said here for MARU, also for vision, and also to have vision in case some medevacs are coming here forward. But yeah, right now, like I told you, both players playing very standardly, preparing their macro-oriented game. The first aliens are being spawned for MARU. Next, we see the first difference here, as BYUN is going for some Widow Mines. So I believe he's going to try to attack with some medivacs, drop those Widow Mines towards his opponent. So BYUN preparing a timing push here against MARU, and let's see if this is going to work out against MARU as well. More and more Reapers are getting spawned, so we might see MARU indeed move out with 3 Reapers and a Hellion. BYUN decides to defend a little more. Actually, he's placing this one mine defensively, so in case MARU is going to step here forward, he's going to take quite some splash damage out of this one Widow Mine. So yeah, let's have a look. There's this one starport, the first medevac is being produced, and here comes MARU with his Hellions and with those Reapers, but one mine already getting a good connection here. In the end, it's going to be taken out, but in comes a nice small battle here in between the two pros, as some units will fall, of course, and in the end only 2 Reapers are being left alive, as BYUN actually transitioning into some medevacs with Marines here. So Marines, it is going to be, perhaps he's going to prepare a drop versus his opponent. Currently just has to get rid of this one Reaper, and he's also adding some Ravens here. So interesting decision here by BYUN, as MARU goes for his first tanks. Also adds some medevacs. He has a Cyclone just for some defensive purposes. Was very strong unit against those medevacs. And we also see some mules are being called here, as we also have 4 Marines ready to defend this base. So let's have a look. We see actually this one medevac move out here for BYUN with his infantry. Same can be said here for MARU, of course, expecting an attack, so those players might try to attack here each other. And let's have a look. The Cyclone is moving forward. I believe he's going to target this one medevac. Yes, indeed. So quite a strong engagement here, as the tank is also very much important here for MARU. So he should be able to hold his expansion. He should be able to push here BYUN back, but BYUN decides to take another position here. MARU is still chasing, but in the wrong direction, as in comes BYUN, and quite a strong move by him. Interesting stuff, as he's going to drop here forward, and he might even try to snipe a couple of those SCVs as MARU's coming forward, but a little bit of a bad rally for him as those medivacs, the Marines were a little bit exposed here, and in he comes with his tanks and with the infantry, but BYUN having quite a good position here. Still this one Cyclone dealing good damage against BYUN, and in the end 5 SCVs have been killed, even this one Raven dealing quite some damage here, so a double attack here by BYUN. BYUN showing of course his nice multitask with his Raven there. And yeah, there is this one Raven having 3 kills already. So yeah, the siege is continuing here for BYUN, as he's going to be able to snipe a little bit more of those SCVs, but I believe in the end MARU should of course be able to hold this back, and the medivac is also taking quite some damage. So yeah, pretty good defense, but in the end BYUN being able to take the first casualties here for MARU. 5 SCVs and more will very likely continue here, as still nicely kiting back and forth with his units, and he might be able to kill a little bit more, but in the end, yes indeed, it looks like MARU's going to be able to hold with this one Cyclone. Still, however, BYUN losing 3 more workers, so worker wise BYUN currently up to 8 workers, so quite an outstanding move here by him. MARU is preparing his defenses, and at the same time BYUN looking to be more aggressive here against MARU, as he's also moving out with his infantry, with his tanks, adding a Raven. But yeah, MARU having that high ground, so it looks like BYUN indeed is in prepares again another attack here against his opponent, as slowly but steadily we close here towards the 10-minute mark. So quite a much more aggressive move out here by BYUN. There he is with his infantry, with his tanks, the 2 Ravens in the air. Let's have a look if he's going to find a good position here to attack. Of course, MARU's going to be able to hold this ramp. Another tank on the high ground, another expansion here, another hidden tank here into this location. But MARU seems to be... BYUN seems to be finding the confidence here to move forward. He has 3 Ravens in the air, so he might try to add some auto turrets in the air. Those auto turrets in comes the infantry. MARU, of course, still holding his position with his tanks. Miniguns versus miniguns here. And in the end, MARU holds that aggression of so many auto turrets here being casted by MARU. So yeah, nice job here. And BYUN also very confident here, very courageous, attacking into that ramp against so many siege tanks. But let's have a look. Is MARU going to move out here against his opponent? By the looks of it, now he's going to turtle up a little bit more, as he's going to defend his expansion here as well. BYUN already having this expansion, so attacking here, repairing, and at the same time expanding versus his opponent. So quite interesting move, as he's already at 67 workers versus the 55 here for MARU. So yeah, MARU a little bit behind economic wise. Still his defenses do look really strong with those tanks. And let's have a look if BYUN once again is going to try to attack. Currently he's just moving out with his infantry, with that medivac. His tanks are nicely positioned here into this ramp. There is even a sensor tower, as more and more of that infantry is being added by him. So quite nice looking Marines here in the yellow, and the tanks are also looking very nice here for BYUN. Let's have a look if he's going to be able to do something here with this one medivac as he's moving forward. The turret is not finished yet, and let's have a look. He's going to very likely go for those Marines first, but MARU seems to be ready with 2 Vikings here, so the medivac is going to fall, and yeah, the Marines are being left alone against mini turrets here. So yeah, nice defense this time here by MARU, but at the same time once again BYUN is moving forward with 4 tanks now, infantry, and some Vikings in the air as well with some Ravens. Let's have a look if he's going to try to attack once again this position. MARU is stepping up his worker count. He's at 86 now versus the 74. BYUN still looking more and more in control of the map. This is once again preparing an attack here, but there's so many tanks on the ground. Actually only into this position here for MARU, so MARU leaving this expansion a little bit exposed. But of course there's this one corridor here, as MARU should be able to deal damage, and in comes this one Cyclone, will be exposed immediately getting out. MARU calls his infantry, calls his Ravens, as yeah, the siege continues here for BYUN. MARU repositioning his tanks, but already his reactors are taking quite some damage here, so nice move out here by BYUN with those units having vision here with a scan. MARU being prepared, but at the same time we have another attack here being prepared with a double medivac attack here against MARU. So nice multitask once again here by BYUN, as he's even adding 1 tank here into the low ground, and now he's going straight for the economy for MARU. So MARU's economy, once again 5 SCVs will be built here, even 6 Yeah, nice chop in the end. This is going to be clear, but the damage has already been done once again as MARU lost 6 SCVs, so 20 more SCVs for BYUN. At the same time, he's also expanding here around the map, so we've passed the 10-minute mark. Quite a more aggressive move out here by BYUN, and a very confident game here for him. Really great multitask, great abusement here by him with his infantry, with those tanks, and especially that medevac micro here by him, showing more and more presence of the map. And yeah, forcing here MARU to stay a little bit back home. MARU adding more and more of those Vikings in the air. He has a Liberator, he has some Ravens, but yeah, he's just preparing defenses against quite a strong move out here by BYUN once again with his infantry, with those tanks. As he should be able to attack now this expansion point, so quite a strong move out here once again by BYUN, showing his presence, sniping 2 SCVs as both players are changing position. This one tank being able to take out some of that infantry for BYUN. This BYUN is very likely going to change position very soon. And yeah, let's have a look. Of course, MARU has to now defend onto 2 locations. BYUN preparing yet another drop with infantry. Let's have a look at this rally point. Yes, indeed, I believe he's going straight once again towards this expansion point. But we do see so many turrets here being prepared for MARU, so MARU should be able to deal damage against those medivacs. And yeah, let's see what's going to happen here as BYUN once again is moving out, is sieging up here against MARU. And yeah, MARU also has those siege tanks, but in come the hacks from the Ravens, and nice mini turrets on the ground. This nice anti-armor shields here against both players. And lots of action being dealt left and right. In the end, MARU is being able to hold this ground, but also let's be careful with these 2 medivacs here. There's 2 turrets here, so 1 medivac might take quite some damage. Yeah, needs to be careful losing 1 medivac with so much infantry. Should he be able to kill SCVs here? Of course, he's stemming up, he's going for those SCVs, sniping quite a large amount of those SCVs. 5 SCVs have been killed. So yeah, good job once again here for BYUN as he's nicely kiting back and forward, and more SCVs are actually being sacrificed here, so 11-12 SCVs have fallen, so great multitask here. Quite a risky move out, of course, against so many turrets, but BYUN finding a good position, losing in the end his infantry, but it was all worth it as he sniped 14 more SCVs, and BYUN adding yet another turret here into this location just to secure his main point. So yeah, BYUN once again on the regroup. He's also added another expansion here. MARU still playing very defensively here, adding more and more tanks, adding so many Vikings. Of course, perhaps he should leave some Vikings into this area just to have a good defense. And BYUN once again showing his presence, not having quite a large force here, still shows his presence. And at the same time, we see another drop being prepared here and taken here by surprise. So in come the Marines, in come the Liberators in the air, but those tanks will be able to deal so much splash damage. In the end, MARU is being able to fend this off. He did lose quite a large amount of Marines, but in the end he was able to defend here against MARU. Yeah, let's have a look. More and more damage is being added, more and more upgrades are being finished for both players. And still the Vikings will be able to take out those medivacs in the air. So yeah, once again BYUN having control of the middle of the map, is moving here forward. MARU still playing a very defensive gameplay here for him, showing his tanks on the ground, sieging up, just inviting here BYUN to attack, and BYUN having much more workers than MARU. But for how long is he going to be able to hold as the siege still continues here? Another expansion has been added here, but in come those siege tanks for BYUN. The siege tanks are nicely defending here, and the Marines will take quite great splash damage, but in the end they come and they go straight for those tanks. How much of those Marines have fallen here, and is it going to be worth it here for BYUN losing quite a large amount of those Marines against those tanks? In the end he was able to snipe some of those tanks, but losing such a huge amount of that army. And the in come the Vikings now heading straight towards those Ravens. Even the Liberator is here to take out one tank, so all of a sudden MARU having more supply here, allowing BYUN to attack, but BYUN very risky attacking here, losing quite a large amount of his infantry, as now MARU seems to be in control of the lower part of the map. Is BYUN going to try once again to add an attack with those medivacs? There are those Vikings in the air giving great vision here for MARU as he's moving forward. He might even try to land those Vikings, but there are some Marines here, so once again inviting those Marines to attack, and the tanks in the back taking of course care of that, and even one Liberator in the air dealing so much splash damage as BYUN once again is stealing up, but there are 2 tanks on the high ground and they're getting hacked here by those Ravens. So we have 1 tank is still alive, but here in comes MARU with his Vikings in the air, with his infantry, so having a good position. All of the tanks here are disabled, so MARU now with a much better position against BYUN, being able to split his troops, being able to push him here back after a very defensive gameplay around the 15-minute mark. He's now looking really confident, having more army supply, still having less workers, but yeah, it looks like his defensive gameplay somehow worked out against BYUN, is now also pushing up, and notice that he has so many more Vikings than his opponent. Actually, BYUN not opting to go for any Vikings at all, as I believe now once again he's moving forward with those medivacs, with that infantry getting attacked here by 1 with, and in the end the Marines will steam up, having a good position. The same can be said here for MARU, having now the high ground. So lots and lots of damage once again is being casted. The Vikings will take care of those medivacs. The Marines have fallen, the tanks are disabled as more and more damage is being taken left and right, so much damage and so much splash damage. But in the end MARU once again holds his ground, is able to push back here BYUN as he's having the momentum. With the income the reinforcements here for BYUN. Yeah, MARU looking more and more stronger now as he's adding more and more of those expansions, having now the control of the middle of the map. Even this one Liberator still alive with so less HP. BYUN is sieging up, but he's getting spotted here by those Vikings, by MARU's Vikings, as MARU will try of course to snipe once again, medivac after medivac, even Raven after Raven. Let's see the next attacking position as MARU goes for a nice flank with those Vikings in the air. Is he going to be able to take something out as more and more scans are going out? This one Liberator still alive. BYUN tries of course to steam up, tries of course to take him out. Yeah, more and more change of a position here as slowly but steadily we're closing towards the 20-minute mark. Still anyone's game, I believe. Very close game, and yeah, this one hero Liberator already with 7 kills here. And yeah, in comes BYUN now going to try to attack this position. There is a planetary fortress here and there's a tank on the ground, so BYUN taking quite a large amount of that splash damage against his opponent, against MARU. But let's see what's going to happen. BYUN looking like he's preparing once again a doom drop against his opponent. Where exactly is he going to be landing? There are so many turrets here being prepared for MARU. Let's see if BYUN has so many turrets. Actually no, he's not adding any turrets, so this could be really good for MARU in case he's deciding to attack. Let's have a look. Let's be careful with those 3 medivacs as in comes BYUN steaming here up with those medivacs, going to take quite some damage. 2 medivacs have fallen here, so quite a bad move here by BYUN. Of course he tries to be aggressive, he tries to be present on the mark, but yeah, he's taking quite so much damage here. His 2 medivacs filled with infantry have fallen for him sadly, and in the end I believe those medivacs, sorry, the Marines will be cleared here as well. So a little bit of a very courageous move out here for BYUN, but a very bold move by him, but in the end it's going to get cleared, and sadly this drop hasn't done anything here for him. So 2 medivacs have fallen against the turrets, and yeah, in the end MARU holds, so now MARU just having the momentum, but yeah, the economy is still in favor of BYUN. So let's see what's going to happen. Some tanks have been once again disabled here, lots and lots of tanks in the back, so many Ravens and Vikings in the air for MARU as the infantry might try to attack each other here into the middle of the map. Great anti-armor rockets here by both players, as it's still anyone's game. A nice back and forth game here. Lots and lots of disables left and right, lots and lots of hacks, and yeah, let's see the infantry is kiting back and forth for both players, as it's still having now MARU having a better position with those tanks on the high ground. Still 1 tank here on the low ground, he might get killed with the Vikings landing on him, and yeah, MARU still tries to engage, takes out the Raven. It's going now to target those medivacs, and 2 medivacs have fallen here once again, so those Vikings in the air proving to be really strong as BYUN tries to find a better position here for his infantry, for those tanks. It's still taking so much damage. He's not having any backup by any medivacs now, or by any Ravens. There are some Ravens in the back, but there's so many Vikings here for BYUN. The push continues here with BYUN having so many tanks on the ground. Scans are going of course out, and yeah, tanks versus tanks once again as 1 Liberator has joined the army. So yeah, he has to uplift those tanks and retreat a little bit. At the same time MARU just expanding here into this location, having a planetary. Same can be said here for BYUN, but yeah, still both players deciding to leave it at 70 workers versus 82, and MARU looking to be adding more and more of those Vikings in the air. Might get a good flank against all of those medivacs, so actually those are his medivacs, so sorry about this one. So yeah, he's going to target those Ravens of course. In comes BYUN once again. He's disabling those tanks and he's going to attack now. So much of those tanks has been disabled as BYUN finding a good position here for his infantry. He's pushing forward. He's going to be able to snap 4 tanks, even the 5th one here, taking of course some damage. But in the end, he's able to stay alive. He's kiting now forward. His marines are pretty much hurt. But yeah, the nice disable here by him with those ravens. And then comes another attack and another anti-armor shield. Those marines are really low, so MARU might try to engage here. Let's see what exactly is going to happen as BYUN is being able to take out this military here. So nice job here by him. Tanks are still being sieged up as we have passed the 20-minute mark. So really crazy game. Those ravens proving very important for BYUN just to disable those tanks on the ground, allowing those marines to kite forward to deal damage. And yeah, let's have a look. Tanks are still being alive here for MARU as he's bringing another expansion into his point. He's nicely sieging up. So BYUN might lose a tank or two. He's also stimming here forward with those medivacs, with the marines, and they're just finding a better position here, just moving out. And luckily here for MARU, he has some SCVs to defend. At the same time, we see an attack here with some tanks into this position, but I believe MARU should be able to hold. The real action is of course happening here. Marines are once again stimming up, but the medivacs are being targeted by those Vikings in the air. And yeah, still anyone's game. A small advantage here for MARU with that army, but still he's playing very defensively. Now finally he's able to push out, perhaps to take out a medivac or two. But yeah, still MARU very defensive gameplay by him, but proving to actually somehow work out for him. He has lost some workers. I believe he's even sacrificing some workers. No, actually he's losing those workers here. There's one liberator. He's killed so many, and the tank is also pushed here forward. And at the same time we see another doom drop here by BYUN. Very ballsy move here, moving forward towards the production line from MARU. Also moving here forward against those tanks, dealing so much splash damage against them. So really nice micro here by BYUN. He's attacking onto more and more fronts, moving here forward with that infantry. There are some ravens in the air. There are some liberators for some defensive purposes. But yeah, let's see what's going to happen here as more and more is being added by BYUN versus his opponent. So still a great micro here by BYUN with those medivacs, dropping those marines straight onto those tanks. The tanks deal splash damage towards themselves. And yeah, still BYUN staying here forward with that infantry. Once again going to snap this one expansion, going to snap so many SCVs. So MARU is going to lose so much of his economy once again, as BYUN's economy is still looking really strong. But we now see those finally the battle cruisers that came forward. And I believe MARU is also researching indeed that Yamamoto gun. So yeah, Yamamoto once again online is going to be here for MARU very much soon, and this is going to be some trouble here. So BYUN really has to make his move fast against those battle cruisers. Once again he's preparing a doom drop here against MARU, going straight for those expansions, straight for those production buildings here. But in comes the response here for MARU, really nicely disabling those tanks, and in comes the battle cruiser from the back. So they should be able to take care of this, as the infantry is also here present for MARU. And yet another battle cruisers have been added. The Yamamoto gun is not yet being finished, but as soon as that is going to be finished, of course, so much damage is going to be taken, as MARU is now currently at 4 battle cruisers here. I don't see any battle cruisers here for BYUN. He's still staying low with those marines, with those tanks, with medivacs now, but no battle cruisers for him. And they're taking quite some damage, but yes, it is nicely repairing it. And the MARU is dropped to 50 workers now versus 82. These Vikings are also really strong in the air against the medivacs. But the real damage dealers will of course be the tanks and the battle cruisers in the air. So quite a great air army here for MARU versus his opponent. As once again MARU is trying for a flank, and this time he's not going to be playing defensively. In come the battle cruisers, not using yet that Yamamoto gun. I believe he's going to save this one for the tanks or perhaps for anything else. So yeah, the battle cruisers really a great decision here by MARU showing us the late game Terran attacking with those battle cruisers, dealing so much damage in the air and on the ground. Another attack here is being prepared, but there are some battle cruisers in the back, there are some tanks here on the left and the right. So BYUN taking damage out of all of directions here, moving forward with some disabled tanks. And the Vikings in the air also proving to be really strong against the medivacs. And yeah, those battle cruisers, quite a interesting selection here by MARU. He's being able to finally snipe some of those workers. He might try to regroup. No, he's actually teleporting out into another direction, into this location, just to snipe those 2 tanks. So great advanced technology here for the Terrans, being able to teleport straight towards another position. And let's have a look. Another doom drop is being prepared here for BYUN, but he has to be careful. And so many Vikings in the air by MARU. And yeah, finally MARU now being more present on the map, going for a good flank here, attacking with his infantry. BYUN has to find a good spot, and let's have a look if Yamamoto is going to be used here. I believe it should be used as soon as possible here by MARU. So much damage being taken here by BYUN, and this is going to be the GG, of course. So what a great defensive gameplay here by MARU, just almost inviting here BYUN to attack, and of course BYUN really with a very nice multitask all over the place, preparing those doom drops, attacking, but playing very risky, also taking some damage out of those turrets here. I believe he has lost those 3 medivacs into this location. He also lost some medivacs here. So that great defense here by MARU, proving in the end to be much too strong. Of course BYUN very courageous, very strong here into this game, but in the end the battlecruiser was the nice last touch here by MARU. And the Vikings in the air, of course, so many Vikings for him, of course, just to snipe the medivacs, just to snipe those ravens as well, and the casual liberator here. BYUN staying strong with his tanks, with that infantry, but yeah, not adding any more advanced units here for him. So in the end, quite an interesting game, especially with those battlecruisers. A very rare sight, very nice and dominating air battle here for BYUN. Lots and lots of upgrades here as well. You can see many beautiful upgrades here. High APM for MARU and for BYUN as well. So yeah, once again, very strong Terran versus Terran here it was here. I believe most players agree that Terran versus Terran is the best mirror matchup in StarCraft 2. So I'll be trying to cast a little bit more of that. So once again, I hope you guys enjoyed this series, this game. We'll be seeing, of course, in the next replays. This is Tommy signing out.